And the close, before I show you what the close looks like, I want to remind you of the process that we're trying to go through here. The close is not to close the sale and say, do you need what I sell? We're working through the ICE sales process: interaction, conversation, explanation. The next step is the conversation. So the close here is the close for talking more. And we might even keep talking on the phone at the same time. I'll show you what that looks like. So we're closing for the conversation. And so that might look something like this. So you just shared a little bit about you and how you match up with what they need. But I've called you out of the blue. I'm not sure if this is the best time to discuss this. Do you want to talk about this a little bit more? Are you available for a brief 15 to 20 minute meeting where I can share some examples of how we've helped other small businesses to increase revenue through their website, improve conversion rates, increase website traffic? Are you available on Tuesday or Thursday morning? Or are you available to continue talking about this right now? I'm free right now. If you are, I could send you over a Zoom link and I'll, take a look at your website and whatever. You could close. So the point is that the close is to continue talking. And what can happen a lot of times is on a cold call, you just keep talking. If they start asking good questions, you just keep talking to them and drag the cold call out. I like closing like, hey, those are great questions. I want to talk to you about that in more detail. Are you free right now? Let's spend 15, 20 minutes together. If you're free right now, let's do it now. If it makes sense to get back together, I want to put some time on your calendar. That's the close. Now, that by no means, that's the bottom of the process, but that by no means is the end of the call, because there's a few different things that can happen when you try to close. So the optimum scenario is that you're closed. They say, yeah, let's do it. And it's real simple there, right? You confirm the time and schedule the meeting, send out an invite. So that's easy to do. You know what to do there. Let's say that you get an objection or you're not able to close. Well, instead of first of all, what the product selling salesperson will do, if they say, no, it's okay, I'm not interested, either they walk away and end the call, or they just try to keep talking about their product and make the prospect interested. So I'm going to give you a couple different options here. So one is you could go back to your questions. So if they say, I'm too busy to talk about this right now, we're slammed. Okay, well, if I could ask you real quick, when you have abandoned shopping carts, are you concerned about how that's impacting your monthly numbers, right? So what I did there is I just went back to my questions. And so I'm doing that to keep the conversation going. And maybe I find an answer that gives me justification again for going for the close again, or finding a reason why he or she needs to meet now as opposed to kicking the can down the road. So the point here is not what question you respond with, is that instead of just walking away when you can't close, you can go back to your questions. Another thing that you could do is you could go back to your pain points. And this works really nice if you skipped ahead. If you skipped past the pain points because the way they answered your questions, you skipped the pain points and talked about your product and then closed. You weren't able to close. Well, now go back and talk about your pain points. Say, we're not going to make any changes right now. Okay. Well, when I talk to other small businesses, they often have conversion issues. Are you concerned at all about your conversion rates? So that's going back to the pain points. And, it might work, it might not. But the key thing here is that you're not going to close at 100%, and you're going to get objections on almost every cold call. So what this gives you a game plan of how to keep those conversations going. And if you at least keep people talking and keep asking questions, you're going to find, reasons to go back to the close and close again. And many times you'll end up at the same place, but this keeps you alive. It keeps you in the game.